Harry Moore comes clear from Palmer, Alaska. He's fished, well, he gave me a little list, of halibut, dungeons, salmon, herring, and that's all you need to know so far, but he'll tell you the rest. Thanks for joining us, clear from Palmer.
Glad to be here, John. Thanks. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, here we go, Fisher Poets 2020. I can see clearly now, right? Isn't that what that is? That's what that's about. Let me get my hair right, get everything just right. There we go. Idaho. Well, good news. Yeah, I'm from Palmer. I was born out in Dillingham, Bristol Bay. My folks started homesteading out there in 1948, right after the war. My dad had gotten wounded real bad on Iwo Jima and met my mom when she was a nurse from the Army Nursing Corps there in Seattle at the VA hospital, and they fell in love, and then they went north to chase their dream. And you know, that's what you do. You go north, chase your dream, and you lean into it. While there, and it was on Clark's Point, probably not far from your set nets, right there. And at that cannery, my oldest sister was born in the cannery, in the old schoolhouse that was there at the cannery, and Mom self-delivered. Couldn't get the help up there at the Indian hospital because she wasn't Indian. And that was back in, 49 or so. Now, my fact checker, Liz, she's in the back, right there. She's my hero. She's runs all the set nets, the family set nets. Now I'm drifting, and it's quite a gift to be able to do that. Well, my dad started out in the sailboats, and those sailboats, they'd be out there, and they were open boats, 28 feet, open to the weather, no cabins. Open to the weather, they'd hold maybe 5,000 pounds, and they'd be plugged. They would be full. And there was a lot of death during that time, and during this season, there were some guys that didn't make it home out of the Nushagak, if I remember right. A couple guys didn't make it. And, right at Christmas time this year, we lost a nice crabber up there, the Scandies Rose. Everybody went down, 2 men survived. If you don't know the story, please look it up and read it, and it's a terrible, terrible tragedy. But these men that are coming up here, and we talk about fishing, the danger on the water, it's real. We do it. So my dad started out in the sailboats, and so I wrote this song here about that, and kind of try to honor him a little bit and the other men that joined with him. Well, as I sit and wonder how it could be, it's a little open boat headed out to the sea. There's a box of dry goods in a Swede stove maybe, oh, a canvas sail pitched high to the sea. Well, she's blowing southwest, that's what she'll do for me. That's all right, it shoved those bluebacks to me. And Ole, he's up forward, oh, he's hauling on them oars. Well, I'm sitting back, can't wait to set her once more. How can it be as pretty as she? Those silver tails, they flutter against the blue sea. Skipping across a bar, I'm wondering how far. What does it take to be free? Hey there, Mr. Tallyman, count them dogs red. And hey there, Mr. Tallyman, won't you give me some bread? So when I look at that old ticket, it's time to go home. So I pack up that old freighter, we'll sail her on home. Well, Well, I see my sweet darling waiting there for me. What do you think, my sweetie, of me? Well, how can it be as pretty as she? Those silver tails, they flutter against the blue sea. Skipping across a bar, and I'm wondering how far. What does it take to be free? One of those last lines, you know, it's so funny. It's difficult work, and it's dangerous, and it's all these things. And we get home, we're dead tired, and we can't wait to see our wives and our loved ones. And then, boy, we just start dreaming about it. At least that happens to me. I got my web came in, showed up at the house the other day, and I was so excited. It felt like Christmas. But John, that's hours at the hanging bench I got to do, you know. But I'm just so excited about it. Well, my mom and my dad, right, they homesteaded up there. And one of the things Mom did every year was, there was a divorce later on in their life, once they didn't need each other. Dirt floor, sod roof, 5 kids in that cabin for 13 years. Wood stove to heat with and to cook with. That's what they had. Well, she could work. And she did that with us every year. She passed away this Christmas, right on Christmas Eve, bless her heart. I miss her and I love her dearly. I wrote this little song about her, but, you know, in this song, I just hope you hear how hard she wanted to work and how much she wanted her children to succeed. Bless her dear. See her standing as pretty as can be. Her arms are like iron, now something to see. A red beret that she wears each day, looking out on that wide open bay. Well, I was just a boy when I saw you, standing right there, too good to be true. Well, the years have come, oh, they were not so kind. This powerful woman was the mother of mine. Well, she'd struggle and work her fingers to the bone, make sure her children will all make it home. Laying it out one shackle at a time, and hauling it back, better haul on that line. Well, she strived so hard, now she gave it her all. Not one did she let to suffer a fall. She needs some water, well, I can get it quick. Meanwhile, she stays, oh, splits another 6. Splitting and salting, oh, that slime line, it's true. Another 25 in the tiers, that's its due. Well, it didn't matter much if it rained or stormed. Jan would make sure that the work kept us warm. Well, she'd struggle and work her fingers to the bone, make sure her children will all make it home. Laying it out one shackle at a time, hauling it back, you better haul on that line. Well, all those years, how could it be? A single woman and mother, just striving to be free. Many tides have come, oh, several have gone. This tide has now taken you home. Well, Jan, our mother, oh, Jan, to me, the wind in your face and the water and the sea, I still see you at the top of those stairs, waiting and watching, oh, calling us there. Well, she'd struggle and work her fingers to the bone, make sure her children would all make it home, laying it out one shackle at a time, hauling it back. You better haul on that line. So, I love you, Mom. I know you're here with us tonight. So yeah, that whole aspect of the splitting and the salting, see, one of the things we'd do, we'd come early, we'd stay late, and in between, when the cannery wasn't buying, we'd process our own fish. Back then, we salted them, much like the cod fishermen would on the back east, probably like Tom did back east there in Gloucester, right? So anyways, it was a Halifax split down the backbone, take the backbone out, hinged on the belly, and you'd have to scrape all that blood out, and oh my goodness, 200 fish would fit in those half tierces right up there. Those ones up there, whiskey kegs, you might call them. But there's a half tierce. And so that was one of the things we did. One of the many things we did to make a living. So today, in today's fishery, it's changed a lot from the sailboat fishery. Now it's a line fishery. I don't like to go to the line. Occasionally I will. But so I wrote this one about a little adventure down at the line. And any of you ever had an Oregon police officer pull out behind you? How does that make you feel? Like, oh my gosh. Are my lights working? Do I got my driver's license? Am I doing something wrong? That's what happens to the fishermen when we see Fish and Game come rolling by in a skiff. Boy, do we got our permits? Do we got our this, that, all those things that are required? So this right here is songs a little bit about it, about down at the line, playing the game. I was down at the line, setting one more time, just to see if I could make it pay. Well, I looked around, now what did I find? Whoa, Fish and Game headed my way. Well, I said to the crew, better haul back true, take that gear away. So we wound it up, now we rolled it in, and we put it on the reel that day. So haul that gear and haul it back, boys. You gotta haul that gear again. You better pick fast, oh, pick fast now, or you never be picking again. Well, we picked her on up and all around about. Hey, I found a hole right there. So I laid it out, now I cut 'em off. Oh boy, we scored it there. Well, I turned to the left once again. Hey, the skiff is headed our way. It's time to haul back if you want to keep what it was you made today. So haul that gear and haul it back, boys. Gonna haul that gear again. Well, you better pick fast, oh, pick fast now, or you never be picking again. That's right. Well, we looked and watched, now we saw 'em go. So I said, my friends, it's flooding now. See the first boat on the line, it's true, it just makes your net alive. That didn't work out, it didn't work out at all. No, I didn't even make a dime. See, I was right in the middle of a school of boats, so it didn't really matter anyhow. So haul that gear and haul it back, boys. Gonna haul that gear again. And you better pick fast, oh, pick fast now, if you're ever gonna pick in again. That's for sure. Is that it? What's that? You're done. All right, the cane's out. You guys have a great weekend.
You're just the person I've been waiting for. Hi. Are you two together?
Oh, yeah, she's fine.
Yes, she's presenting and I'm the chauffeur.
Oh my goodness, a presenter?
Oh, yes.
Could I get your name?
Loretta Brokoff.
And are you a poet?
I do write poetry and stories, but yeah, I've written quite a few. Well, actually, I've written quite a few poems, but I had never written about fishing until John Branshaw's mother asked me, "Why don't you write a poem about fishing?" I said, "I'm not a fisherman. I don't know anything about fishing." She said, "But you're a fisherman's wife." I said, "Yeah." So I wrote some poems about being a fisherman's wife and had them published. And so then John convinced me I should come and present at this thing. So here I am.
Wow, that's wonderful. And what's your name?
My name's Claire.
And what's your story, Claire?
Well, Loretta and I are really good friends, and we belong to the Grange together, and we don't live that far apart. And her book is available in here for those who would like to purchase that.
Good to know. And what's the title of your book? Is that it right there?
No.
What's it called?
What's it called?
Surfing My Memories.
My memories. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an appropriate title. And you said that your husband was a fisherman?
Yes.
Well, that's very sweet. Thank you for your time.